Hi, you're here for the ASMR assistant position interview? Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about the job before we get started with the interview questions, alright? So, this is a part-time position, so about 20 hours a week, okay? And it has a wonderful salary and many benefits. So you'll have 6 weeks of vacation as well as 15 sick days per year. Alright? For job responsibilities, these will include setting up different backgrounds for videos, cleaning up, and helping me with brainstorming new and exciting themes for upcoming videos, as well as potentially shopping for new props, doing research on the computer, etc. In addition, I'll be asking you to prepare all the equipment before filming and making sure the camera is charged and set up, and the mic is positioned correctly, lighting is all ready, and any other necessary equipment for filming is prepared and set up as I'd like it. Besides those things, responsibilities may vary depending on my needs, so I just ask that you be open and flexible, okay? So, lastly, the thing that I want to tell you about for this position is that it is a 5-year contract, okay? So, if you accept this job, you can't quit for 5 years, alright? If you try and get out of the contract somehow, I just want to let you know in advance that I have a really good and special connection and relationship with the local police here. So they'll find you very easily and bring you back, and then, things might be a little bit awkward. So all that I ask is that you think really hard about this position and whether it's something that you can do for 5 years before fully committing to it. So, if by chance you are not good at commitment, then my advice would maybe be to look for a different type of job. Okay? Great, I'm glad we got that out of the way. So, do you have any questions for me before I start on the interview questions for you? Okay, good. So let's go ahead and start with the questions. Well, actually, can you just go ahead and tell me a little bit more about yourself before I dive into the long list of questions I have for you? Perfect, thank you. You can go ahead and start whenever you're ready, alright? Okay. Oh, sorry, not to interrupt, but I'm going to be taking some notes, so if you see me over here writing, that I'm just writing down some notes from the things that you're saying, so I just want to let you know that I am listening to you, okay? But I just want to take some notes so I can reference back to them, alright? So go ahead and start whenever you're ready. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Okay. You said 15? Okay, 15 years. Mm-hmm. Okay. And where were you during that time? Where were you living? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. So let's jump right into the questions that I have for you today, alright? So number 1, could you describe any relevant experience that you might have that would help you be successful in this type of position? Okay. Oh, and how long did you do that for? Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. And next question. What are some other administrative duties that you've been responsible for in the past? Sure. Alright, and what would you say are your greatest strengths and weaknesses? Okay, yeah. That's really nice to hear. That's a really good skill. So something definitely for me to keep in mind. I like hearing that. Okay. Alright, and how do you stay organized on a daily basis, would you say? Okay. Well, it's a good habit to have. I also do that as well. What kind of skills maybe do you possess that you think would be helpful to you in this type of position and environment as well? Because, this isn't like a typical office. There's not many people on the team. So it's not your typical job. Alright, I think that's really helpful for this type of position, so you definitely have an advantage in that area. Okay, moving on. Let's see here. Oh, so what is your first step when given a large project to manage? How would you go about by organizing it first off? Okay. Good to know. Alright, thank you. And generally, how do you stay motivated? So yeah, personally and professionally. I'd like to hear both if you don't mind, if you're comfortable with that. And how do you deal with pressure or stressful situations? Okay, thank you. So, what is something that you did last year to increase your knowledge in a particular area? It could be anything. Like an example of sometime, it could be this year or last year, where you just went out of your way to educate yourself more on like a specific subject, or maybe you learned a new skill. It could be professional or personal, if you think it's just beneficial in general. I'd love to hear about something like that. Oh, wow, okay. That's wonderful. So that kind of leads me to another question, actually. Do you have any like side projects that you're working on at the moment? Okay. Oh, that's cool. Alright, thank you. So, in your resume, there was just like a bit of a gap in which you might not have been working. Can you explain what you were doing during that time? Yeah. Interesting. Alright, thank you for being honest. Alright, so what adjectives would your peers use to describe you, would you say? I know, it's kind of a hard question sometimes for some types of personalities. But just do your best. Yeah, 3 is plenty. Thank you. Okay. Alright, and so just kind of another question. If you don't get this job, what are your plans, or what will you do? Okay. Sure. That's fair. Alright, and so that's kind of it for those types of questions. I just have 2 other quick ones. Have you thought about what your ideal salary would be for this job? Okay. Yeah, 20 hours a week about. If I need you more, I seriously doubt it would be more than 25 hours a week. Okay, thank you. Good to know. And when is your ideal start date? Even if you have a range. Okay, about 3 weeks. Or two weeks. Okay, do you have an employer that you need to give like a 2 weeks notice to? Okay, wonderful. Well, that is all the questions that I have for you for now. I have about 30 more people that I need to speak with and interview within the next few days. So I'm going to try and get back to you by next week, okay? And I'll let you know then what the next steps will be, if there'll be like another interview or maybe some kind of like assignment or something. But I'll definitely give you enough time in advance to work on that and prepare if you need to, okay? Great. Well, thank you again for coming in, and it was really lovely to meet you. Thank you for answering all of my questions, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible, okay? Alright. Well, thank you so much again, and have a lovely rest of your day. Alright, bye.